What's going on, everyone? I'm sitting in the back seat. My wife's driving in the front. I'm not going to put her on camera because she hates being on anything, so don't worry about that, Linder. Won't put you on. But I am surrounded by boxes and stuff. Why is that? Because we need a better vehicle, really. This isn't our Toyota Highlander. Used to have a big truck that was helpful for this. But what are we doing? Well, my wife is our shipping and processing department for home mobility kits. So she does this pretty much 7 days a week. We send out mobility kits to members of Move Now University, even non-members that are just part of the mobility kit program. And these are the kits that you use to provide to your patients. So they're all sub-branded with Move Now Mobility Tools, cool logo on it, right? And there's a program that backs it up so that patients have tools that they use at home to duplicate, simulate, reinforce the stuff that you teach them in office. So I'm going to explain a couple of things real quick as far as how this works with both programs that we have, just so you know. Our main program is, good morning, Heather, how's it going? Our main program is Move Now University. That teaches chiropractors how to put functional movement into your chiropractic practice, technically in 12 weeks if you follow our implementation process. And a big part of functional movement is not just doing, rehab exercises with your patients and then after 12 weeks they just forget it all and okay, that was fun, see you later. But it's helping them change their life. It's helping them change their lifestyle, what they do on a daily basis. So you're helping them reinforce doing mobility and stability and strengthening exercises to reinforce proper posture, proper segmental integrity, and actually do our full job and fulfill our passion as chiropractors to help people, to truly help them, to show them the way. And they need tools to do that. That's what these home mobility kits do. That's a big part of it. Second thing that it does as a byproduct is the patients think about you when they do them. So let's say your patients go through a phase of corrective work with you and they're being seen pretty aggressively, consistently. Now you have objective comparative data showing that they have improvement. Now you're decreasing the frequency in which you see them. And in a lot of chiropractic practices or any sort of healthcare practice, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. People forget about you. In this case, they're still using these tools. They're following a routine that you taught them, habits that they do on a daily basis, or at least several times per week. What does that do? That shows their family what's going on with you. Now, the spouse maybe who never came in for care says, I should probably come get checked out. I watch you do all this stuff every day. That looks like that'd be helpful for me. I should go get checked out and see where I'm at. It also reminds your patients that they have an ongoing relationship with you. Doesn't mean they quote unquote have to go back forever. They get to benefit from having their spine and their body checked to prevent deterioration and going in the wrong direction. That's what we do as chiropractors, right? It's presenting this in a different fashion. I think a more powerful fashion, in the sense that that's what patients want. Patients want guidance. They don't want to feel like they are enslaved to having to come in and do something at a certain frequency, or else they're just going to be left astray and they're going to be like wandering around not knowing what to do, and their whole life revolves around having to see you forever. Now, on the same note, you do want to reinforce for your patients to maintain their spine, nervous system, and body and exercise forever, right? So we're also very upfront with patients on that as well. But the means in which they do that is that they are empowered with things that they learn so that they know how to take care of themselves, and they know when they need your help, and they know where chiropractic fits into the equation. They know that they can't check and adjust their own spines and extremities. They need you to do that. They know that if something goes south and they have a question for a solution, for a fix, you're going to help them with that. They know that there's a huge preventative aspect, spinal hygiene aspect, maintenance, all of that, and they understand that periodic checkups after they go through a more intensive corrective phase of care makes sense. So that's not something that we are shying away from and saying, oh, we're only seeing them for 12 weeks and then we never see them again and we're following the like medical physical therapy model. We're not doing that. We are about health and prevention and lifestyle care for sure. So Move Now University is the program that uses the 12-week transformation, which is an online membership site that patients get access to. You as the doctor in your clinic set up this 12-week transformation. We give you all the tools that you need to do that. It's an online program. They set that up. And then it has an exercise library inside of there on top of things that guide them over the next 12 weeks of care. The exercise library uses these tools in the home mobility kit for them to be able to do these exercises at home. Okay, so that is our most complete system for doctors that want to add functional movement into their practice, right? Could be it applies to a wide range of chiropractors. Could be for chiropractic students that want to map out what they're going to do when they graduate from chiropractic school. I started this conversation just talking about these home mobility kits, but I'm trying to tie it all back around so you understand where this fits in. We also have a home mobility kit program, which talks about just, let's say you're a chiropractor and you say, I have zero space in my office to do anything in office besides adjust. I have zero space. Or I have like just a couple of feet, or I have very limited staff and I don't want to grow my staff and I have no plan of growing my staff. Well, we have a home mobility kit program that teaches you how to do a MoveWell quick check, which is a very quick and brief functional movement assessment. It takes like 5-6 minutes. You identify one of 6 or multiple of 6 dysfunctional patterns. We have a exercise library that you can get access to, that your patients get access to. You create a username and a password for them. They log in. You have a single page little home journal that you give them. You check off, you write in what exercises you recommend for them based on their MoveWell quick check, their brief movement assessment, and you provide them a home mobility kit. So you have all the benefits of the home mobility kit as far as them having guidance, as far as them remembering and thinking about you when they're not there, as far as their spouse or family members or friends being engaged because they see you doing this, and you're creating this, of course, lifestyle process for your patients. You are accomplishing your true mission as a healthcare provider in chiropractic. Okay, that home mobility kit program, that is a separate thing, but that's actually included inside of Move Now University. So if you join Move Now University, our main program, that encompasses teaching you all about the home mobility kits and all that. But some of you that might have those restrictions, and those are ones that you just cannot overcome and do not want to overcome, as far as like space or staffing, then the home mobility kit program is a solution where you can still get into this and you can still start doing home mobility rehab recommendations for your patients in a very evidence-based, structured way. And we even provide, here is the exact letter that we send in if it's a personal injury case, and you get reimbursed on the kits from the auto carrier. Okay, we do it all the time, and it's completely legit. Typically, insurance companies don't pay for, like private health insurance companies typically don't pay for a mobility kit, but they don't pay for any durable medical equipment unless you have a DME license and all of that. We're not going to get into all that. I've never gone that route. I've never had to. I've practiced almost 18 years now, and I've never tried to get a DME license. I know some doctors out there say, oh yeah, you got to get a DME license and get this covered and all that. It's for right now, how we've always done it. It works great. Patients see the value in it. They purchase these kits from us as doctors, as providers. We, as the creators of the program, we get these in massive bulk. I don't know if you can see how packed up this poor car is. Now we're going to go unload it here in a minute. And we ship those out to chiropractors. And the nice thing about that is that we're able to get them at a great discount because we buy them in such high volume, and we have them all branded. They have the Move Now Mobility Tools brand on it, which is the power of sub-branding, which is a whole other marketing thing. So before, maybe you think that, oh my gosh, I want my own clinic name on it. No, you don't. You really don't. Even in our clinic, Gonstead Spine and Wellness, we don't call it the Gonstead Spine and Wellness Home Mobility Kit. It's the same thing. It's a separate name. That separate name actually lends more power to the parent brand. It is a marketing concept. It's been proven across the board, and it's something that, if you don't believe me, just take my word for it. It works just fine, and it actually works better than trying to private label all these kits for your own clinic. That's actually not what you want to do. So anyway, with that said, if you want more information on this, if you haven't watched our demo yet, check out the demo. It's demo.movenowu.com. I would watch that first and really see the entirety of how all this stuff fits together. And you can set up a time for us to chat. You can talk with our doctor support. You can talk with our office manager and doctor support, Brandy. You might be communicating with other support staff as you go through this as well. But ultimately, you watch a 30-minute pre-recorded demo, gives you an idea of how this stuff works. If it piques your interest, you jump on a Zoom call with us, and we can show you all the other pieces of it. And then last thing is, then if it's something where you are that rare exception that says, hey, I just have zero space, I have no staff, whatever, then we can tell you more about how it works just to get a starter kit of these kits shipped out to you. And we essentially send you 10 kits, a neck traction unit, which is something that I invented 3 years ago and patented, and it works awesome for curve correction for cervical spine. So that's something else that we also talk about and get into. And so we send you a starter kit, and then you get access to all the online programming. You can print out flyers for your clinic. Talks about how to grandfather your existing patients into a mobility kit program. Talks about how to present this to new patients. And so it's a very complete program that we have lots of chiropractors across the country using. And we have lots of members of Move Now University that order these every single month and send them out, and it works great. So anyway, with that said, hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and we'll talk to you soon.